Aricept. I'm going to talk about them, Namenda. And there's one that is called Exelon, which is a patch. Okay? A new body. All your tooth, all Alzheimer's drugs cause GI problems. GI problem. Your tooth, all of them cause GI problem. Ready? Let's go. The first one, B, Aricept. And guys, listen. The students went to go NCLEX. They went in on them damn drugs. That Florida, they go brand generic, and they don't give it to you together. You can have brand, you can have generic, or they give you class. Know your drugs, please. That Florida got an English out there, honey. It's the bomb. You got to know your stuff. And please, please come to test taking strategies. 2 months you in this program. You must come to test taking strategy. Trust me. You see your $900 you paying me? Not for the review. Remember, Diane do review, Riggs do review. There's a lot of people. It's the test taking strategies. Everybody who passed this test this week said, Miss Sonia, right when I sat down, I got my little board, I put system, and I was safe. I wasn't scared no more. Because I teach you the material, but remember, I cannot help you with your mental. See, the only way I can help you with your mental is test-taking strategies. Some people being here 2 months, 3 months, I have not seen you now one time. Some people want to come and test it. I'm watching. You got to do up to cardio. When you do up to cardio, then you come. All right? Some people, you almost finished the program. I haven't even seen you now one time. Okay? The first one, Aricept. Nausea and diarrhea. Remember GI. And listen, they don't have to put nausea and diarrhea. You'll make the GI. You see? You'll make the GI problems. Okay? And get your English right now. You cannot go to the NCLEX and say, too much. No. Say, listen, swap shashi. Come on. Yes, it's going to be too much. Get your English right. And to get your English right is read. Say it in Creole. Lis, et puis dis en Creole. Lis, dis en Creole. Read, say it in Patois. Hell, Spanish. Whatever you speak, say it. You need to understand. They not playing. They not Florida, but we getting them. The students are passing, but honey, when they finish, one took it Saturday. After she left Pearson, she came here. She lied on the couch like this. I said, girl, what's wrong with you? She said, Miss Sonia, check for me. And we checked together. She passed. Boom. She came just like this on the couch. Ooh, it's scary. I felt so bad. It's like you don't have nothing left after. It's like this test took everything out of you. She came in here. It wasn't a bucket could fill her water. That's how much she cried. She said, it's been so many years, Miss Sonia. I finally made it. And she said, it was so easy. It was so easy. Right? She said, it was easy. She passed, right? But it was a lot. Okay? Now, when you take Aricept, it slows the heart rate. Anytime you give Aricept and LPN, you don't do that. Monique, you give Aricept, right? Do you take the heart rate? No. You LPN, do you take the heart rate? I'm telling you, very, very important. Anytime the baby comes outside, patient could be just like this. Okay? Then we go to Namenda. Namenda is I wouldn't say the best, but it helped them to sleep. It's a good drug. It is a good drug. You never give Namenda at the forgetfulness stage. You always start with Aristotle in NCLEX question. Est-ce qu'il nous tente? You start with Aristotle, then you go to Aristotle and Amanda, or you can do Excellent with Aristotle. You never start with an Amanda. If a patient start with an Amanda, that means the doctor caught it in confusion. Patient gonti grave. Meaning the patient got worse. Did y'all hear what I said? Listen, Amanda, and let me be honest, you got some new doctors that will give it at the beginning. They knew. But an old doctor who been around a long time always will do Aristotle, then Amanda. All right, then bring the Excellent. The Excellent come in patch. They give Excellent. They should give Excellent and Aristotle, or they can give Aristotle and Amanda. But they shouldn't start avec Amanda unless they find out the patient is worse. They get it in a confusion state. All right? But you have some new doctors that will start with Amanda. Okay? Now, Amanda, ready? Should not be used in combination with Simotrel. Hey, what is Simotrel used for? Parkinson. Amantadine. And what else Simotrel used for? Flu. Amantadine is used for flu, and it's also used for what? Parkinson. Make sure y'all know that. Okay? Now let's continue. Number 4, sodium bicarbonate, other medication that alkaline the urine can decrease renal excretion. Yeah. Anytime you want an Amanda, they check your kidney. They check your kidney. And know your labs. Okay? Know your labs. Guys, if a student, put this skin book like baby, they go student, book easy. Only my beauty inferior. Class books. Althea, she's dramatic. She gonna come in here either today or tomorrow. She Jamaican. This girl read this book. Guys, I'm telling you, the license is in these 2 books. You want the secret? Here and here. That you must read the book. Don't say too much. Okay? Don't say too much. Know a little of everything. Alright? I'm telling you. Alright? Make sure you know them. And don't buy the CD trying to be cheap. The CD don't give you the action. The CD don't only show you the picture. You need to put it in order. Okay? Any question? Right? And the last one is Excellent. Okay? Excellent, when you are on it, people with COPD, people with lung problems should not be on Excellent. Anytime the patient is on Excellent, you must do ABGs on them. C'est pour checker lungs yo. Excellent. Excellent is a medication for Alzheimer's. But Excellent works like Myasthenia gravis drugs. Do you remember the Myasthenia gravis drug? We learn in neuro, prostagen, old student, right? If you take too much, the patient go into cholinergic reaction, and you give him an antidote called atropine. Excellent, that's why when the patient, when you take off the pad, you gotta wash. There's an Excellent coming a patch. And LPN, you give a lot of these drugs. Okay? Any questions? So only 3 drugs you need to know. Aricept, Namenda, avec Excellent. And let me tell you something, guys. Okay, please please, please, all of them, what they have in common? GI problem. Say that's one. Excellent, you must check ABGs and watch the patient for chlorallergic crisis. Okay? Make sure you know that. And also, look this up. I don't know if it's facts, look it up. I think I read somewhere they say, Namanda, make your PP change. Look on it for me. Namanda. I think it does make your PP change. Air set. Heart rate goes down. Check heart rate. Any questions? Let's go to death and dying. Let's go to death and dying, and that is your end of psych. More is nice something. So that means when you studying, I want you to study just like I did the class, right? So death and dying is on page 961, end of life. So the way you're going to study your psych, when I finish, before we go on break, I'm going to give you the order. Où étudier psych bien belle. So next week, when you come take your mama, papa, it could be on and papa. Nice. Okay, nice. Some of you guys will have to be your first test with me. I can see what you made of, and we can move on and choose some dates and try to take the test before Christmas. Yes?
Is next week 29?
Well, you know the following.
I got you.
All right. He said next week the 29th, baby. Okay, Anali. Okay. Hey, there's something else. Before I go to death and dying, I'm going to talk about that NCLEX give. See, I remember. Types of crisis. They ask type of crisis. It's 3 little crisis. That's it, mama, right here. Box 65-1. Right? Just highlight that. Don't go lose sleep. Type of crisis. Ready? Let's go. There are 3 types of crisis. Ready? Maturational crisis. Example. Got it. Marriage, birth of a child, retirement. Listen, they're going to happen, right? So you know how to deal with them, right? Mature. You get old, you gotta retire, right? That is a type of crisis. They ask. All right. Then we go into situational crisis. That is very, very important. For example, ready? Loss of a job. Change of a job. Change of financial status. You remember during this little recession we had in 2006-07, right? You saw how people lost their jobs and lost their houses. That is called a situational crisis. Okay? Let me give you an example of something. If I have a baby that is a child that is 5 years old, playing, and the child died. Then I have an older lady, she's 98, and she died. Which one bothers you the most?
5-year-old.
Why? Because in your mind, you say what? The 98-year-old lived her life. You see that? NCLEX asks a lot of questions like that. So that when you die young, right, it's more devastating than when you die old. When you die of no disease, it's more devastating than when you die of a disease. That helps you with coping. Okay, right? The person was sick versus somebody that, we all trying to figure out the unknown. A lot of questions like that. On my mama, papa, I go in, try to get you mentally. You got to understand what I'm asking, okay? And the third crisis is called adventitious crisis. Like 9/11, Iraq, right? 9/11, what's that bombing that happened in Boston? Haiti earthquake, those things. Now, so out of all of those, which one is the worst? Adventitious. Why? Because it's what? Devastating. That kind of bring people together. I remember 9/11, people were hugging everybody. Amen. What race? Can I get a hug? People were hugging because it was so what? Devastating. Know that. All right, guys? Any questions? Don't go read more. Okay? All right? We cool? Now, then NCLEX asks you how children views death. When I'm 9 years old, I understand death. Mommy died and she ain't coming back. When I'm 5, did grandma die because I'm bad? 5-year-olds blame themselves. 9 years old, they don't comprendre more. 9, 10, and up, they understand that. Any question? That is box 961. Okay? Now, communication process with death. When the person have a loved one that died, the family member tends to lash out. Lash out, bataille, fâché. They blame the world. If the family member wants to pray, yes, nurses, you can pray with them. They initiate the prayer, not you. Right? They want to hold your hands. You can hold their hand. They want to hug. Yes. Now, Muslims, the way they grieve, and they slap. They slap themselves and they slap each other. They're hurting, and the nurses may get slapped. Right? They're hurting. That is the way they grieve. Hey, so NCLEX asks you different culture. Haitian people are very loud, right? And Spanish too. Spanish, a lot of family, always there. Asian people, very quiet. They take it, right? So you must understand culture when it comes to that, right? All right. And when we get to culture, fundamental, we'll talk about that. All right. So read 65:4. Don't lose sleep over it. Read it. Any box Miss Sonia tell you to read, you gonna read. True? What did I say? Any box Miss Sonia tell you to read, you gonna read. Because box equate to license. Box, licence. Boîte verte, licence. Parli, pas comprendre. You got it? Parler, poser, crédit. Right? Comprendre, give license. True? All right. Term. End of life. Anytime in the NCLEX question, they put terminal, palliative, something to do with death, the question has to do with DNR. Did you hear that? Terminal. Terminal means eventually the patient will die, but when? All right? So they say, the patient has stage 4 cancer. Right? Make sure you know that. Okay? So legal, ethical issues. Make sure you know what is a DNR. Right? Palliative care. Palliative care, hospice. Listen, there's no cure. There's comfort. You don't go to hospice for cure. I get cured in a hospice. The patient will die, but when? Any question? So look at where it says palliative care. Focus on care intervention. Symptoms is management rather than cure. Pain and system control environment. Let's talk about hospice for a minute. The students say, well, when you are on hospice, they give you morphine to kill you. Haitian people, they scared of morphine. When you say morphine, you say, hey, we lock too, yeah, morphine, right? No, it's not. The reason we give you morphine, because what happened is, when you're dying, right, you start to breathe very heavy, right? Kusma breathe, go, ha, 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 which is called death rattle. So they give you the morphine, they give you morphine drip, or they either give you the morphine in your mucous membrane. So what happened is, will slow down the conduction of the heart, will then slow the airway, and you will die peacefully. Not morphine kill you. I have a cousin, right? When my sister was dying, she was like, Sonia, you let them give them morphine? Morphine, Sonia? I said, get the hell out my face. She kept saying, morphine, morphine. She told my whole family, Meguila, they killed her. I'm like, girl, get the hell out of here. Let the girl, because my sister was 300 pounds, so you could hear, ah, ah. Come on, let the girl die in peace. I said, drip it. But she owed the whole funeral. She ain't talk to me at all. I gave them morphine. I said, I didn't give it. That's how you die in peace. Right? And my mom, loop, 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 loop. Oh, yeah, you too, yeah, you're finna have. If I get funny, you too. She tried to make me feel guilty. I said, that's not going to work. Right? So, yes, so the people could die in peace. Right? We have near death and we have death. Near death means almost death. Death is death. Now, NCLEX asks you, who called death? Ready? Let's talk about it. I heard the doctor. Well, let me tell you why you say doctor. In the hospital, you call it RN. Your patient died, you call it. Let me explain to you what calling means. Calling is, I have BB, 42-year-old. No pulse, no respiration, no BP, nothing. The patient expired at 10:03. That is calling death. The doctor not there, where he's at on the floor. RN, you call it. You must be able to call death. LPN, here it is. You don't call it. Your patient died. Your patient died. You must call the supervisor, who then will call it. You see how it goes? It's not LPN call it. LPN, you don't call it. Now, some LPNs are supervisors, and they call it. That is with your facility. But for NCLEX-RN, you call that. And the biggest problem with RN, you think the patient not really dead. So you say, oh my God, what about if I call in the patient not dead? That's why after they die, they jerk, they poop, and sometimes they fart. It is normal. It's gas and air coming out. They're dead. And they fart, right? Some Asian people say, wait, whoa. No, you fed fuck, I don't think they boop. You fed guys, boop. It's okay. They're still dead. No BP, no pulse, no respiration. They're dead. And you call it. Now, once you call it, there's a line. Hospitals, RN, there's a line. You know, lawsuit, honey. Everything got to be litigation. You're going to call it. BB King, 42-year-old black female, pa, 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 pa. You speak it on the, you leave the message. Here it is. The family is always going to be the one you call last. Why, Miss Sonia? You on the phone with them longer? You're not clear. You can't hang up on them, they crying. So after the patient died, you're going to call the line. You're then going to call the supervisor. RN, you do have a supervisor. or the charge nurse can call for you. First person you're going to call is the doctor. You're going to call the doctor, right? And sometimes the doctor, if the doctor close to the family, the doctor says, how are you, family? Because when you call the family, oh my God, they cry, and you cannot say, I got patient. You got to stay with them until they stop crying. Okay, what's next? The family will tell you that. Okay, what's next? Any question? Right? Yeah.
In order, who do you call first?
You call the death. That means the patient died. Each facility have a protocol. You go call it on the line. Then you call doctor. After you call the doctor, you call the family. Last. Now, the doctor has to sign the death certificate. When we born, we have a birth certificate. When you die, you have a death certificate. And let me tell you what it has on it. It has who you are, how old, your degrees, RN, BSN, MSN, all of that, and the cause of death. So imagine if you have a loved one that died of HIV, you're not done. My sister died. She didn't leave a will. Nothing. So I have custody, well, my mom, but I have the little one. So everywhere I go, I have to take her death certificate with to make sure they see Gayo, right? And I take it with me. And I have to take it out my purse, take her to her driver's license, get in, go get a car, open a bank account with T. to say they were my sister died. And it tells you the whole thing, what she died of, all type. And it has to be, you know how you lose your birth certificate and you got to go to the health department, the statistic place, your death certificate is just like that. That's why back in the days, people used to use people dead, a dead person, use their social, not no more. You go into jail. Right when the person died, it already registered. Social Security blocked everything down. Everything, even their check. After my sister died, I remember I took her check to the bank. The lady put it in and she goes, oh, what you doing, just depositing this, right? I said, oh yeah, I'm not cashing it because it's already in the computer when they're dead, when she's died. Especially if they get like Social Security. In her case, that was her Social Security check. Everything, you go into jail just like this. So you don't, everything, you cannot lie stuff like that. All right? Yes. You said it, the body, to Haiti. To who? Oh, okay, but still, if they hear all their paperwork is processed in America, and then you can send the body wherever you want to. Oh, you going to jail. Girl, don't say that. You being on tape. You still use your credit card?
Yeah, because we had a credit card together.
Oh, that's a different thing. Yes, I'm going to talk about that more. Okay, so we talked about in NCLEX, asked you about that death certificate, what's on it. Your title is on it. But most important, what you died of and the time. You know, the time you born, also the time you die is collectively important. Now, the morgue. The family member, they call you because we cannot keep you in the hospital morgue. Right? It's a box of ice. They put all the morgue. Before we clean you, and I'm going to go talk about the cleaning, the family already have a person that's going to come pick up the body. So Grace Funeral, Grace will send their men to pick up the body. But Grace don't prepare the body. You, the nurse, prepare the body. Now, here it is. That is called post-mortem care. Post-mortem care. Ready? You wash the body. Who washed the body? CNA. CNA washed the body.
What is that?
I'm telling you, 963, 65-7, and in your skill book, it's on page 226. In your skill book. Ready? CNA washed the body. All the cordial. If the patient is getting an autopsy is to determine how you die. The cord stays in. CNA don't take off cords. Nurses do it. The cords, like NG2 cords. For leave. If the patient get an autopsy, you're going to leave all the cords in. CNA don't take off the cords. The nurse do. If the patient not getting no autopsy, the nurse go in, take all the cords off, including the hospital bracelet. Take everything off. Now, the patient wear dentures, you're going to put them in. The patient wear glasses, you're going to put the glasses. You're going to comb the hair, and you're going to wear a gown. Put the gown on the patient. Now, in the postmortem kit is a diaper. It's like a little chuck. Everybody know what a chuck is. Like a pad that go under his butt or her butt. Now, you're going to remove all the extra sheets, extra pillow, everything in the room. You're removing everything. The bed going to be made nice. The patient will not wear his regular clothes. He will wear a gown. You bathe the patient, and then you put the gown. Ready? And here it is. So you took all things off me. The patient have the gown. You're going to put his hand straight, not like this, straight. And you're going to take the sheet, and you're going to fold it all the way to his chin. Chin, Abala. Chin. One pillow under his head. And that is the family coming to see it. The bed will not be high-powered. The bed will be semi-powered. I wear glasses, you're going to put my glasses. I got dentures, you're going to put my dentures. I have a wedding bed, you're going to put it on. The purpose of that, so the family can remember you the way you used to be. Okay? Any question? And the family come and see. NCLEX asks you about the hand. Miss Sonia, I never say no hand like that. I say the hand straight. The bed is not high-powered. It's semi-powered with one pillow behind the head. Okay? Any question? So now family come and see. Now, the ring, the family will take off and take it, the wife. If they don't, you're going to take the ring off. You're going to take a picture and give it to security. Who steal? I'm going to tell you who steal. Not the morgue. The morgue got more respect than that. You know who steal? Patrick. Patrick, who you paying $10 an hour to wake up 3 o'clock in the morning to come pick up the body. Patrick go, you won't be doing this. Patrick, the ones that take the body, put it in the back of the van, that's the one who steal. All that stuff be gone before the patient even gets to the morgue. So remove the ring, and the wife normally take it. Now, the glasses, the wife will take the glasses. The teeth will go to the morgue. With the dentures will go in his mouth. The glasses you take off. The wife will take. Anything she can take, she will take. Right? But the dentures stay in his mouth. All right? Any question? Now, If I have a peg tube or trach, you do not remove it. Parce que sou etire, tout mwen la soti. You don't take it off. You send them to the morgue with the trach or the peg tube, and when they embalm them, you know what embalming is, right? They're going to make inside tout sang chiché en dedans. That's why the person look like a bull. If you noir, you see when they die, they look very dark. The embalming fluid, what it do, it make every secretion in your body get hard, right? And make you last longer. If you do not embalm the dead body, you cannot open the casket. And for cheap, some people say, oh, pas embalm. Anytime embalm is what they do, they go in, they shoot it here, and he shish it tout sang inside of you. So when you see them in the casket, they dark, and you don't flick on in the casket because of the embalming fluid, right? Help you last longer. You supposed to embalm. Oh, embalm is the fluid you supposed to. If you don't embalm an absentee, you cannot dispose the body in the funeral with second devant. No. The state will shut you down. Yes.
Number one, do they remove all your blood?
No, they don't remove your blood. When you die, they don't remove your blood, baby. When they give you the embalming in the carotid artery. Et puis shit, tout sang dedans, firm. Right? You never see a dead person light. Would you jouer au light? No. I do this all the time because my boyfriend on the funeral home, and I have to go in there and embalm. That's my extra money. Yeah, I'm just son, you got a boyfriend. Oh, I was supposed to have no people up in here. Right? All right. So, yes. And then you do makeup on them. You do everything on them. Yes.
Jewish people, they don't
No. Jewish people, yes, they do get embalming. Jewish people don't cremate. We're going to talk about that in culture. Jewish people embalm. They don't cremate. Right? Cremation, boule. Haitian people think c'est pauvre kikou. That's not true. Some people just want to. Indians do a lot of cremation. Indians.
Only Hindus.
Yeah, Hindus do a lot of cremation because they love the bottle, they love. Okay, we'll talk about that in culture. Let's continue. Any question? Now, okay, here it is. Now we need to tie him. That is called postmortem care. The family came and the family saw. Now it's time to tie the dead body. Here it is. In the bag, there's 4 cords. 4 cords. 4 cords. Cord number 1, the little one, it's kind of fat. It tied the head because you don't want the head flat. It tied. There's 4 cords. See, cord. For the morgue. You got to prepare the body for it's not in your book, so you don't write. There's 4, it's in your skill book. There's 4 cords. 1 for the head. I'm going to tell you what the other one. 1 for the head. 2 for the leg. Right? The third one, the big one. So 1 for the head, 1 for the leg. Right? The third one for the hand. You tie that, yes. So you tie just like this. You tie the head. The cord is a big one for the head, don't flap. Then there's a little cord that goes just like that. Like this. Then the other one, you're going to put the leg like that. You tie the leg. Then the 4th one is a big, long one. You're going to wrap the whole body. The whole body. So now they like this. right? You see that? Now, there's 3 tags. One famous tag on the big toe, wolfus, the big toe. I didn't say the leg, the big toe. That's an NCLEX question. One of the tags on the big toe. Another tag, T-A-G, tag. The other tag, right, going to go in their belongings, Lazio, in the bag with their belongings. That's tag number 2. The third tag, when you put them in the bag, you put them in the bag, the zipper go up, and you put that tag on the zipper. There's 4 cords, 3 tags. One tag gonna go on the big toe, the other one go on the belongings, third go on the body, not on the body, on the zipper, the body bag. The body bag. Okay? And then you put them, you keep them in the room, and the morgue come and get them. Ricky or Patrick come and get them. So if you left the ring in his finger, Patrick take it right there. Yeah, Patrick opened the bag. And some more, it depends. North Broward, we have to prepare them. But university, when I did clinicals for students, I remember we prepared a body, Morglock prepared the body. We helped him. Patrick did it. And I think the reason Patrick did it because he was in a hurry. He was in a hurry to get the body.
That only at the hospital?
Yeah, they do it. No, you can do it at home. If the patient died at home. In the facility, no, the facility, you will put it in the ice. They will put it in the mat, and they have the supervisors come, and sometimes the morgue just take it like that. Hospital, you gotta clean the patient. You got special North Broward. You gotta tie the patient, and the morgue come get the patient. You close the door, and they come get the patient. If the family did not pay for funeral arrangement, you will go put the patient in the ice box. Like this. It's a bigger cord, so it don't flap. It don't hang like that. Yes, let me give her and I'll come back to you. Yes. No, why would you call the police? No, the security, no, trust me, the police brought you. You don't call the police. The police have nothing to do with a dead body. People die for different reasons.
The first time I work on a small, sometimes the police came and they just have to explain
Why the patient died, I don't know about nursing home. You gotta call the police.
If the patient is not DNR.
Oh, if the patient not DNR, hospital, you don't call the police. I don't know about, facilities, but I know hospitals, Any question? Yes. Okay, let me ask you a question. Would you give a new nurse to prepare the body? No, not because she cannot do it, it's because she's not experienced. You give her the dressing change. You give her discharge to do before you give her that. Any question? All right? Okay.